by Hofstra head coach Joe Mihalik, graduate guard Dion Nesmith, and junior guard Wanye Green. Coach, an opening statement about today's game, please.
I'm proud of the team. I mean, we left a lot of good plays out there. We made a lot of bad plays, but I'm proud of these guys because we wouldn't go away, and we had chances to. It was 10. I don't know. I lost track of when it was. Down 10 there in the second half, and the things were going well for them, and we could have packed it in. Next thing you know, it's a tie game, and we got to stop them once. I'm proud of this team. I just told them. I mean, I don't know who's going to win this league. I really don't know. I mean, everybody's talking about how wide open it is. Well, I mean, I've never been in a situation where the league's more wide open. Great respect for them and all the other teams in this league. But you know, also have a lot of respect for our team. There's some things we got to clean up. There's some areas we got to improve on. Disappointed in some turnovers today. We had some mix-up defensively, but you know, there's if we can correct some things, I feel like we're heading in the right direction.
For Dion, it looked like on the last play it was executed just the way you guys wanted it. You went up. Can you say what happened when you went up? What was your view of it?
Thinking about it right now, I probably took one too many dribbles. I probably should have pulled up and 3-inch at it. That's all I got to say about that one.
Did you feel any contact? Or?
Ref didn't call a foul, so I didn't call.
Good answer, right?
Joe,
good answer.
What do you think about that last sequence? You know, their guy
gets... The ref didn't call a foul, so there was no foul.
Coach, your team dominated on the glass 38-27, including 12 offensive rebounds. What do you think allowed your team to be so successful on the board?
Yeah, I mean, that's part of the fight I was talking about. It's part of the fight I was talking about. Our guys fought like crazy, and really didn't have a whole lot of reasons to do that, other than just playing with a lot of pride and a lot of heart. You know, don't misunderstand here. Now we're down and frustrated and feel like punching the wall and all that stuff, but we can't wait to play again. And we know that there's I don't know who wants to play us in March, but I know that whoever we play will be a very good team. We'll have great respect for them, but there's nobody we don't want to play either. And I'm sure a lot of teams feel that way.
When you struggled the first half, but when you had to have it, you're down 10 points. You scored 10 out of the 12 points there, or 12 out of 15, I think. What got into you at that point? What are you looking to do to try and make happen there?
First of all, my teammates just kept pushing me. They knew I was having a bad first half. They just kept telling me, you know, try to make plays for each other and try to make plays for myself. But I was just trying to get in the lane, create for others, and find the open shots when I can.
You know, you guys have kind of struggled against some of the top teams in the league in terms of win-loss record. Are you still confident that you guys can string together 3 or 4 wins?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Sure.
Why? Why?
Well, and again, I say that because, you know, not without great respect for you know, the teams at the top of the league, but also because, you know, we feel like after playing them that we can play better and that they're certainly not unbeatable. You know, I don't know how the rest of the coaches in this league feel, but I thought last year, I don't know if it makes sense to compare, but I thought last year Delaware and Towson, whether it was personnel or whatever, they just were kind of a notch above everybody else. And I don't know if there's, you know, I don't know if there are teams like that in the league this year. So, or is one there are a couple teams better than others? Well, of course there are. But you know, we don't. Again, great respect for everybody in the league. But we have respect for ourselves too. We believe in ourselves.
Coach, how much of a challenge is it to contain Thornton? I know you did a good job.
He's terrific. He's terrific. He's terrific. He's the kind of guy that you can guard as good as possible, and he's still going to make a shot. It's hard not to get frustrated with him, you know. He's a good way of kicking his legs out on his shot and getting calls, and you know, getting to the foul line in key situations, and you know, he does a lot of good things.
You know, what do you guys have to do? You know, when you see these, obviously you're going to see these teams again in the tournament. You know, the top teams in your league. What do you guys have to do to beat them and turn these, you know, close losses into wins?
Pretty much just play a little better basketball. We're playing hard enough, we're playing tough enough. In a game like today, we had too many turnovers. We cut those down. A lot of ball turnovers. They ran out a lot of points that way. We cut those down and make them score in half court. I definitely think it's a game we definitely win.
Dan, what does it say that you guys have won as many games on the road as you have about your toughness, and that when you've lost these big games, you've come back, you've been pretty resilient this year?
We got a bunch of guys that just won't quit. I feel like we're a close-knit group, and one of us get down, like Wayne was down the first half, we kept him going, kept him in there, because we know we need everyone to win, and we'll never quit on each other, we'll never quit on a game. We feel like no matter how much time is up, we always have a chance to win. So we just keep playing to the last whistle.
And today, you talk about not quitting on a game. How tough is it to never have the lead in a whole game, 4 ties, and to keep fighting back that long?
I wouldn't say it's too tough, because sometimes when it's part of who you are is if we don't quit, and so it's just we just keep playing, and we don't think of it as a tough thing. We think we just got to keep playing because we want to win.
Wondering, Dion, does a game like this, even though you come out on the short end, give you confidence if you meet William Mary or a top team down in Baltimore like this? Can you draw off this loss?
Yeah, definitely, and we didn't play our best, so I think we can compete with the top teams in the league every day.
It's a crazy year. I mean, William Mary lost to Delaware twice, right? I mean, it's a crazy year. I mean, just because they lost to Delaware twice and we beat Delaware twice, it doesn't. You can go right through the league. It's the craziest, and that's what makes it fun. That's why we're lucky to do what we do. That's why we love getting up every day and playing basketball and coaching basketball. And this year is no different. It's an incredible, crazy year. So.
Exactly.
Joe, you guys obviously got off to a great start. Non-conference in the league has kind of been up and down. Are you where this team is right now? Are you pleased? Are you disappointed? Or is it kind of a little both? What's your take so far of how this team has performed?
You said it, Zach. Both. Obviously disappointed because we left a lot of plays out there. We made some bonehead plays out there, whether it was a turnover here or whatever. But there's a good feeling in the locker room right now. It's hard to explain. It's hard to put into words. These guys, they want to be there. They're playing for each other. The chemistry is good. It's just it's what you want. That's why we're also disappointed this time too. But we can't wait to play again. I can tell. There's a feeling there. Just can't wait to play again.
What do you like about the 4-guard lineup that you started today?
I think it's hard to guard. I think if you're the other team, wherever you are, whether you're William and Mary or what have you, I think it's hard to guard. So, even though we started, it's probably the unit you've been around. You've seen a lot of games. It's probably the unit that's on the floor the most anyway. But we're getting great minutes out of Malik Nichols, and we probably get a little more out of our 2 big guys. But they've had some good moments too.
Coach, even though the 3-ball got you back in the game late, still kind of a disparity, 31 threes, only 10 free throws. Would you like to see that a little more balanced, especially to win down Baltimore?
We're not supposed to comment about referees, right? We drove it.
But does that also reflect that you guys took 31 threes, more of a perimeter approach?
Because when we drove it, something was happening. I thought Wanye 3 or 4 or 5 times drove it. I don't. They said he was drawing the contract. Listen, this isn't. Referees have nothing to do with that game. Nothing. The referees have nothing to do with that game. I've said it before. It's a hard thing to do.
Coach Malik played really well in the first half. Didn't see a whole lot of action in the second half. What can you say about his efforts tonight?
He's been terrific and a great teammate. Just a great teammate. He energizes everybody. It's amazing what he does. When they're playing the zone, he struggles a little bit to shoot from the outside, and it's tough. It's tough to when he's out there. You're like, oh man, he's doing a great job defensively, and then when he's on the bench, you're like, oh, I want to get him. So it's tough. It's a good question.
For either of the players. I asked before about losing a lot of close games to some of the top teams in the league. What's your confidence level that you could beat those teams if you see them, when you see them in a few weeks in Baltimore?
It's pretty high. We all got high confidence in all our players, and we always want to be here for each other, stick together.
What do you guys have to do differently against some of the William and Marys and the Northeastern and the James Madison?
Cut the turnovers down and just keep playing hard.
Any other questions? Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.